The North Carolina Courage, 9W2DOL, 29 points, are tearing up the National Women's Soccer League as they remained undefeated by beating Portland Thorns FC, 4W3D4L, 15 points, on the road Wednesday night. The 4-1 win was the largest margin of victory for the Courage this season, and the team now has 5 wins in their 5 road games this season. An evenly balanced first half. The first 4 matches between the Courage and Thorns had ended in 1-0 scorelines, and the series was split with 2 wins and 2 losses for each side. Thus, when Dabina was fouled in the penalty area in the 30th minute to earn a penalty kick, it felt like that might have decided the game. Lynn Williams stepped up to take the shot after missing the last 3 matches with a hamstring injury and finished the shot easily against Portland goalkeeper Britt Eckerstrom. Up to that point, the two teams had been evenly matched, with neither team getting the definite advantage. Both North Carolina and Portland had generated solid scoring opportunities, but on both ends the defenses had been up to the test. The game increased in intensity for the remainder of the second half, and play was stopped frequently by the head referee's official. The best run of play scoring opportunity came in the 37th minute when Jess McDonald stunningly skied a shot from about 4 yards away on an absolutely perfect cross from Williams after a swift counter-attack. The two teams went into the locker room at halftime with the away team up 1-0 and both teams feeling a little slighted by the way the ball bounced. A flurry of goals shocks the Thorns. It was clear from the second half kickoff that the Courage were thinking about their disappointing second half performances from the previous 2 matches. The team came out with fire and intensity, but it looked like their aggression was hurting more than helping as the Courage committed 4 fouls and gave up 3 shots in the first 10 minutes after the restart. After weathering the storm, the Courage came back with another strong counter. Sam Mewis intercepted a long pass and redirected the ball to Crystal Dunn. Dunn played a quick give-and-go that sent her streaking up the right sideline past the Portland defense. She then sent an absolutely perfect cross from the far sideline that found the head of a streaking Dabina. The Brazilian attacking midfielder sent a rocket off of her head and into the goal to extend the lead to 2. Dabina has scored 3 goals in the 5 meetings between these two teams. The Courage kept the pressure on after the restart and quickly took to the attack. They earned a throw-in deep in the Portland defensive third after a miscommunication between Eckerstrom and her defender led to a bad clear. McDonald took one of her famous long throw-ins, and the Courage used their size to bounce the ball across the box. After McDonald's throw, the ball found the head of Abby Irzig, then the head of Sam Mewis before falling to the foot Williams, who finished easily. In the 62nd minute, the Courage had taken a 3-0 lead. The final goal for North Carolina came just 2 minutes later. Jay Hinkle took a corner that found the head of McDonald in the box. Her header bounced off the ground, and McCall Zerboni played the ball along with her head. Mewis was sitting on the back post waiting for the ball, and she headed it over the outstretched hand of Eckerstrom. The Courage were putting their aerial skills to good use as their last 3 goals were scored off a combination of 6 heads. The game would end 4-1 as Portland defender Kat Reynolds, playing in her 100th game, took a shot from the top of the box and beat Roland easily. This was the 3rd consecutive match without a clean sheet, but in a game like this, it wasn't too big of a problem. I'm sure the goal will leave a sour taste in the mouth of head coach Paul Riley. A strange match on the horizon. The North Carolina Courage will face off against the Houston Dash in Houston for the final match of their 4-game road trip, but it won't be a full team that plays in the Lone Star State. 5 players, Abby Dahlkemper, Merritt Mathias, Dunn, Mewis and Zerboni, were called up for the June friendlies against China with a USWNT, and they will be unavailable to play in the June 3 match against the Dash. Similarly, Denise O'Sullivan will be in Ireland trying to help her team secure a trip to the 2019 Women's World Cup in France. With 6 players absent, Riley will have to dig deep into the roster for the starting lineup. It should be a fascinating match and an opportunity for some new players to shine.